the last move we'll be talking about today, Luke Hasz, former Arkansas tight end, commits to Ole Miss. This is a guy that some would consider the best tight end in the portal. 2 seasons with Arkansas, 6'3", 241, 42 receptions, 577 yards, and 7 touchdowns in his 2 years. Still has a couple years of eligibility left. Was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school, was a top 200 player, and was ranked as the second best tight end in the transfer portal. So this is a big get for Ole Miss here. 82 receiving grade by PFF this season, which had him 4th amongst SEC tight ends. And a lot of guys entering the portal over there at Arkansas, 24 this week.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is a guy that was a highly rated recruit, big get for Arkansas, was sensational as a freshman, looked like the next great tight end, broke his clavicle, finished his freshman year early, but came back without a hitch, still looks like a dynamic receiving tight end. A little bit undersized, like you mentioned, but tough. Definitely your move tight end, not someone you're going to just line up in line to have him block. But you look at Ole Miss, dynamic offense that uses the tight end. So, you look at this year, you had Caden Priestcorn from Memphis, transfer to Ole Miss, had success, is going to move on to the NFL. I think Luke Hasz basically just steps directly into that role. And I personally think he has more athleticism and receiving ability and will take that position to a higher level. Of course, new quarterback, likely Austin Simmons, who we've watched for a long time down here in South Florida. But again, you watch these clips. This is a pure receiver.
Matchup guy,
and a big play tight end, not just someone who's going to get first downs. This is someone who made a lot of big plays. I'm thinking about long catches against LSU and other teams because he does have speed. He has route running. He's more linear than he is side to side, but he has athletic ability, played basketball in high school. And someone I think is going to just plug right into this offense and take that tight end position to an even higher level than it was in the offense this season. I love this pickup. I love this player. I think he's an NFL player. We'll have to, look, he's not going to be a blocking tight end, but you want to see him show that he can do that. Ole Miss really wants to get that running game on track to really balance this offense a little bit. I thought it got a little too pass happy towards the end, which hurt them in some games that they probably should have won. But Hasz, from the passing perspective, will be plug and play, and he has enough toughness that you could say, yeah, maybe he will be able to help you, not necessarily moving guys off the ball, but getting in the way, playing physical, and allowing that run game to flourish.
And expect Lane Kiffin to continue to be aggressive in the portal. They are every year, but you'd think they want to add some more guys here to the mix. So good pickup there for Ole Miss. Luke Hasz coming over from Arkansas once again.
And by the way, they were also in the mix for Caleb Odom from Alabama. Mm-hmm. So you wonder if this takes that off the table. Would they get both of those guys and just run, the interesting thing is if you say, okay, they're going to be running a lot of 12 personnel. These are 2 move tight ends. So I'm not sure you can have both guys unless one is playing much more of a receiver role. Maybe Caleb Odom, you bring him in as a pure receiver to try to replace Trey Harris, even though he's 230 pounds. Trey Harris was not a small guy himself. So that's an interesting thing to watch. How does this move impact Caleb Odom, who has expressed a lot of interest in Ole Miss, along with Colorado and the University of Miami? That's a dynamic that I'm interested in watching.